Hello and welcome to Storytime at 9 once again. So today, like every Saturday, we are traveling to yet another country with another wonderful storyteller. And today is a country which is the country whose tales I actually grew up on. Now, children, now you guys are very lucky. You can actually you have access to the best storybooks from across the world. When I was growing up, you know, and that was when I was your age in the 80s, we didn't have access to children's books from across the world. Okay, but we had access to children's books from Russia, in fact, the former Soviet Union, and all those, I have friends whose names were Vasilisa, Sasha, names like that, because we all grew up on these Russian books. Wonderful picture books. I'll show you some of them. Okay, and they are there in our library because India had good relations with the Soviet Union. I don't know if you know, Raj Kapoor and Bollywood films were a big hit in Russia, and there was a lot of intercultural exchange. A lot of Russians learned Hindi, learned about India. Indians learned about Russia. One of my favorite films was this film called Mera Naam Joker, in which I learned some Russian also by just watching that film. So I was very keen that in Storytime at 9, in which we travel to different countries, and we'll be traveling to 50 countries. We have already traveled to 47, three more, and we'll complete 50. And I was very keen that we go to Russia, the country that I was in love with as a child. And finally, we have a wonderful storyteller from Russia, Katharina. So Katharina has been a storyteller. She tells stories at the Fairytale Museum. Can you believe it? There's a Fairytale Museum in Germany, and she tells stories in both German and Russian. And today, she'll be telling us stories in English as well. She will tell us stories, and then she will tell us about Russia. And after that, you can ask her questions about herself, about her country and its culture. And maybe we'll have time to listen to a storytelling by a child, one of you whose video had come in from the school. So welcome once again to all of you. Hello, Durga. Hello, Swati. Who else is here? Soham. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. And once again, let me just remind you, you already know that if you're watching this show, please do not forget to share the video so that your friends, their friends, your family get to see it. And do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel or to like the Facebook page wherever you're seeing it, right? So right now, I won't take more of your time. Let us welcome Katharina. Katharina, welcome to the show and thank you so much for being with us. Over to you to tell us stories from Russia and to tell us more.
Hello. Hello to India. Hello, Sajid. Hello, all of you children and all of adults. I'm so excited to be here tonight. I'm so excited to tell you something about Russia and a few fairy tales from Russia too. And it is me an honor to be here. So thank you very much that all of you are here and showing and listening to me. At the first, I will tell you a fairy tale about winter. The winter in Russia are cold, and we have snow in Russia. And so the first fairy tale will be about a snow. Once upon a time, they lived in a small village, an old couple, old man and his wife, old woman. And the old woman often looked out from the window like the children was playing in the snow. This woman has a big longing in her heart. Also, she had a wonderful life with her husband, but they don't have the children of their own. And so It makes the woman very sad. Often she asked her husband, "Oh, old man, who will take care of us? We are growing old." But she got no answer. One day in the winter, the old man suggested that both of them should go outside and build a snowman with a fresh fallen snow, instead of sitting the whole day in the house. The old woman was agree, but she wanted to build a snow maiden, a girl from snow, instead of the snowman. And so this old couple was busy the whole day. They formed little balls from snow. At the first, it were little balls. And then they rolled the balls over the freshly snow. And the balls grow bigger and bigger and bigger because more snow was on these balls. And then the balls were really, really big. They put one ball over the other and a smaller one for the head on the top, and they were busy with molding and shaping. And in the evening, they had a wonderful figure. They found two blue steins and put it in the ball on the top for the eyes. And then they found an old red ribbon and put it on the ball for the red mouth. And a few woolen rests they put on the head like a hair, and then they stood back and looked at the wonderful creation. And while they were looking, they mentioned something. It seems like the snow maiden was smiling. And then a little dump parted her lips. The snow maiden was awake to alive. The old couple stood here stricken with fear and with happiness at the same time. The snow maiden comes one step to the old couple and says, "Don't be afraid, you good folks. I will be a good daughter to you." And the old couple was happy. They were so happy. They put the snow maiden by her white hands and bring her back in the house. And so they lived like a family. Father, mother, and a snow maiden like a daughter. She was a fine daughter. She helps in a household. She do all the works, and she was so kind to all people, not only to their parents. So they made friends in the village. And they often go out to play with the children, with their new friends. The time was going. The winter was melting down. The spring was coming. And the snow maiden began to behave strangely. She not more wanted to go out to her friends. She hid in the dark rooms. And her parents, they were very, very worried. "Child, please go out, play with your friends." "No, mother, I don't want to. I'm fine here." One evening, it was in the summer now, the girls from the village knocked on the window and called, "Snow Maiden, come out. We wanted to go to the forest and pick fresh berries." Snow Maiden didn't want to, but her parents insisted. And they say, "Snow Maiden, look in the mirror. You are so pale are your cheeks, like you had no drop of blood in it. Please go out. It will do good to you. And so Snow Maiden went. In the forest, she stayed in the deepest under the trees, so that not sun can look on her skin. And in the evening, all children played games. She made big fire, and played games jumping over the fire. But Snow Maiden, she hid near the icy river. The nightfall came. The Snow Maiden was so lonely at the river. And so she decided to go to the other children. Children were happy to see her, and all of them called, "Jump over the fire! Jump over the fire! Jump over the fire!" The Snow Maiden took a step back. Then she ran to the fire, jumped out it, and melted. Only a little cloud of damp rised to the dark night sky. And the old couple, it was childless again. So maybe if you have a chance to have a snow, would you like to try to build a little snow maiden? Maybe. The next fairy tale is about something very Russian. You will not find something like it in never other country, I think. The fairy tale called Kolobok. Once upon a time, in the land far, far away, lived an old couple. They were poor. They had not every day enough to eat. And one day the old man says to his wife, "Please, old woman, geh, scrub on the floor tin, and then sweep on the corn bean. Maybe you will have enough flour to make a kolobok." And the old woman, she scrubbed in the floor tin, and then she swept in the corn bin, and she got a few couple of flour. She mixed them with a sour cream and made daraus a little round bin, a kolobok. She put this kolobok in the oven and waited till it was golden brown, till it smelled like the finest meal on the world. And then she let it on a windowsill to cool down some. Kolobok was lying on the windowsill, looking in the world. It was lonely, so it decided to hop down from the windowsill outside to the bench, and from the bench down to the ground. And on the ground it rolled and rolled and rolled away through the gutter under the big road. And it rolled and rolled and rolled on the road till... What are you? I am a rabbit. And I'm hungry, so I will eat you. No, brother rabbit, don't eat me. Instead, I will sing you a song. I am Kolobok, Kolobok. I was scraped in the floor tin. I was swept from the floor bin. I was mixed with a sour cream into a bun. I was baked in an oven till I was down, then left on a sill to cool some. I ran away from grandfather, I ran away from the grandmother too, so I think I will have no trouble to run away from you. And our colorbook ran away. He rolled on the road so fast that the rabbit could only stare. And the colorbook rolled down and down and down, further and further, till, who are you? I am the big grey wolf, and I am hungry. I will eat you now. Oh no, brother wolf, don't eat me. Instead, I will sing you a song. And the colorbook began. I am colorbook, colorbook. I was scrubbed up in the floor tin. I was swept up in the corn bin. I was mixed with sour cream into a bun and then pulled in an oven till I was done and then left on a windowsill to cool some. I ran away from the grandfather. I ran away from the grandmother. I ran away from the rabbit too. So I think I will have no trouble to run away from you. And our colorbook rolled down the street such a fast that the big grey wolf could only stare. Oh. And the colorbook went on and rolled down the street till, oh, who are you? I am the hungry brown bear. I will eat you now. No, brother brown bear, don't eat me. Instead, I will sing you a song. I am colorbook, colorbook. I was scrubbed in the floor tin. I was swept in the corn bin, mixed with sauerkraut into a bun, baked in the oven till I was done, let on a windowsill to cool some. Look, I ran away from grandfather, I ran away from the grandmother, I ran away from the rabbit, I ran away from the grey wolf too, so I think I will have no trouble to run away from you. And the colorbook pulled and rolled down the street so fast that the big brown bear could only steer. And our colorbook rolled down the street, looked in the big word to left and to right till, who are you? Colorbook. I am the sister fox. What are you doing here alone on this lonely street? Oh, I am only rolled the road. Colorbook, you have such a nice song. Could you sing it for me, please? And Colorbook began. I am Colorbook, Colorbook. I was scrubbed in the floor tin. I was swept in the corn bin, mixed with sour cream into a bun, put in an oven till I was done, let on a windowsill to cool some. Look, Sister Fox, I ran away from grandfather. I ran away from grandmother. I ran away from the bunny. I ran away from the grey wolf. I ran away from the big brown hungry bear too. So I think I will have no trouble to run away from you. Oh no, please wait, Colorbook, you know I'd rather hard on hearing. Please, be so kind. Sing me your nice song while you are sitting on my nose and maybe a little bit louder. And the Colorbook hopped on the nose of the fox and sung so loud as he could. Oh, Colorbook, it is such a nice song. Please, could you sing it one more time for me? Would you be so kind? But this time, could you sit on my tongue? And Colorbook, it hopped on the tongue from the fox. And hop, with ein hop, the fox gobbled our Colorbook down. Oh, it was both a little bit sad. Yeah, a little bit sad, fairy tales. Maybe the third one will be a little bit with a happy end. I hope you all know what is a turnip. It's a little yellow roots in the earth, and it has green leaves on the over the earth, and in the autumn, by the harvest time, the people put the green leaves and took the turnip out because this root is sweet and you can eat it. So, and this turnip is a hero in our next fairy tale. An old man and an old woman. It's ever the same. An old man planted a little turnip in the spring, and he spoke to the turnip. Please, turnip, grow big, and please, please, turnip, grow sweet, because of my family, they need something to eat in the winter. And the turnip, it grows and grows and grows and grows, and in the autumn, it turned out enormous big, such a big turnip you never seen before in the whole world. And the old man take hold of the green leaves on the turnip and tried to pull it out. And he pulled and pulled, but he couldn't pull it out. So he called his old wife. Old woman, grandma, you have to help me. Come out. The grandma take hold of the grandpa. The grandpa take hold of the turnip, and both of them pulled and pulled and pulled. They couldn't pull it out. And the grandma called the granddaughter. Mashenka, come out. You have to help. So the granddaughter take hold of the grandma. The grandma take hold of the grandpa. And the grandpa take hold of the turnip. And all of them pulled and pulled and pulled. And they couldn't pull it out. So the granddaughter called the dog. Zhuchka, Zhuchka. It was the name of the dog. Zhuchka, you have to help. Came out. So the dog take hold of the granddaughter. The granddaughter take hold of the grandmother. The grandmother take hold of the grandfather. And he, the old man, take hold of the turnip. And all of them pulled and pulled and pulled. And they couldn't pull it out. So the dog called the cat. The cat take hold of the dog. The dog take hold of the granddaughter. The granddaughter take hold of the grandmother, and the grandmother took hold of the grandfather. And he took hold from the leaves from the turnip. And all of them pulled and pulled and pulled, but it wasn't enough. They couldn't pull this turnip out from the earth. And then the cat called the mouse. Little mouse, come out, take hold of the cat. And the cat take hold of the dog. And the dog take hold of the granddaughter. And the granddaughter take hold of the grandma. And the grandmother take hold of the grandfather. And the old man take hold on the leaves from the turnip. And all of them pulled and pulled and pulled. The turnip came out from the earth, and all of them rolled over the ground and plumped on the backside. Aua! But then they cooked the turnip, and it was delicious. And all of them was happy. And look, the little mouse was the power that helps to do such a big, big turnip from out the earth. So, Sujit, how are you? Did you like the fairy tales?
Of course I did. Dada. Dada, lovely.
Хорошо, you have to say
Dada means
хорошо.
yes, in Russian. Right, Katharina?
Yeah, yeah. You are really a genius. You speak such a lot of languages. I like it.
Genius? Niet.
Only a
So that
little one.
means no.
Yeah, only a little one genius. Yeah, few words, but the important words, the best ones.
Okay, so Ipsita has also written that she loved the stories. Who else? Swati has written that she found the stories very interesting as well. Okay, very good. Now, before we move on and continue with Russia, are you just saying, I want to tell you hello? Who are you in Russian language?
Oh,
How do you say hello and who are you in Russian language?
здравствуйте. Как вас зовут
Здравствуйте.
по-русски?
Okay.
Меня зовут Екатерина Бирюкова. И я очень рада быть здесь сегодня. I said, my name is Katharina Birjukow, and I'm very glad to be here tonight.
Okay. So, children, there's a little announcement I want to make. You know, there's a new library that has opened, a new Bakul library. Of course, the main Bakul library where I'm sitting is in Satyanagar in Bhubaneswar. That is where these books are. That is the library that you see in the intro video. But there is a new library that has opened on Children's Day this year. Can anyone tell me where it started? A small little library. Can anyone tell me? Let's see. Let me see in the comments box if you follow what is the new developments with Bakul. Does anyone know? I will show you a little teaser. Yes, this little library. Can you see how it has been set up? It has been set up in a old beverages refrigerator. You know, the refrigerator in which you have cold drinks, Coca-Cola, right? Sprite. In the same refrigerator with a glass door, these books are there. Okay, now let's see. Where is this library? Can anyone guess where is this library? Yes, Durga. Do you like this idea? That, yes, cool. That a refrigerator has been converted into a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Let's
a
see
very
any.
good idea.
Yes. So now is the other image. Now this should suggest something. Katharina,
Yeah.
the animal that you see here is a fantastic creature from the imagination of the part that I belong to, from Orissa. It's called the Nabagunjara. There are 9 animals in there. Like there's a peacock, there's a tiger, there's a snake. Okay, so many animals and birds. Well,
Fantastic.
Satyanagar is the main library. Satyasubha. This is in Ekamra Hat in Bhubaneswar. All of you know Ekamra Hat, like the marketplace where. So this is using a local art form, Katharina, called Pattachitra. So in that we have this fantastic creature. 9 body parts of 9 different animals and birds. So the Nabagunjara is reading a book, and the refrigerator is there. It's an unmanned library. Anyone can go there, pick up a book, okay, and you can read it wherever, take it wherever you want. You can donate your books also there. Okay, so do watch out for the Nabagunjara and for this library at the Kamrahat the next time you're there. Okay, and let me also tell you, can you guess what next Saturday is going to be? Next Saturday is which date? Next Saturday is Christmas, right?
Yes.
25th December. So what we're going to do is we are going to make a Christmas tree out of books.
Oh,
Now you have to come here on Christmas. So the Satyanagar library, the library that you see here, is just very close to the Catholic Church in Bhubaneswar, just behind the church, right? So you come to the Bakul Library on Christmas Day, next Saturday, and you can see a Christmas tree made out of books. How it will look, I will show you on the next storytelling when we travel to yet another country next Saturday. But today, it is a Christmas tree made from books. Okay, but you should ideally, I may decide not to show you because you must come to the library and see it for yourself. But right now, let us move on with our presentation on Russia. Katharina, would you like to share us about the culture of Russia? Shall we
it
start
is
that?
their pleasure.
Okay, and children, after this, you can ask her questions about Russia and about herself, right? Okay, let me share.
Yeah. Today we are going to Russia. Here you see the flag of Russia, and these 3 colors have a special meaning. White means peace and hope. The blue in the middle means a blue of the heaven, loyalty and truth. And the red one, this stripe means love, courage, and is the color of blood and life. And this is a national emblem from Russia. You see the eagle, the big golden eagle with 2 heads. And every head have a crown on it, and even 1 crown more overall. It means the eagle can look both to the west and to the east in the same time. And this overcrown gathered all regions of Russia together. And in the middle of this little red plate, you see the highly Saint George, how he defeated evil dragon with his spear. This dragon was really evil. He ate people in Russia a few thousand years ago. And the Russian folks suffered under this evil dragon. And then came the Holy Saint George and defeated this, this dragon. So now we saw the president of Russian Federation. His name is Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. And the capital of Russia is Moscow. Moscow is a really big city with many millions of people to live here, and it has old buildings like this cathedral Cathedral of the Holy Basil, but it has a new skyscrapers too. So Russia is big and very difficult and very different in diverse regions of the city. Now we see the Russia. And maybe you could imagine it. It lies from left to right, it's really big. Russia is, in fact, the biggest country in the whole world. From here, from the Pacific Ocean to here the left, in the western, near the Baltic Sea, they are 10,000 kilometers. If you want to fly over this land with an airplane, you need from left, from the western, to the right, to the eastern, you need 11 hours with an airplane. And in these 11 hours, you will fly over 11 time zones. Time zones mean when here in the south of Kamchatka, the people have 6 p.m. and are preparing the dinner. The people here in the western of the country, near the Baltic Sea, they have 7 o'clock in the morning. They are waking up, they prepare their breakfast, and they prepare themselves to go to school or go to work. 11 hours time difference from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. It is enormous. And because the land is so big, they have very different climates and very different seasons. In the winter, it's mostly snow and you have no leaves on the trees. In the spring, the fresh green come out everywhere. In the summer, the trees are green, the blooms are blooming, and it is full of colors. And in the autumn, you have a really, really big amount of browns and yellows and orange. Look, do you know who this is? This is a little Snegurechka, a snow maiden. The children in the kindergarten made it from snow and gave here a face. And that's two figures made from snow. This one is Snegurechka, the snow maiden, and on the left, in the red clothes, it is Ded Moroz. It is the Father Frost. He has a white beard, and often he is in a red clothes. Yeah, that's the spring. The snow is melting, the first green is coming out. And in the summer, all blossoms are smiling fine. And yeah, you see, it will be a good harvest. In the autumn, the people have to do the harvest and prepare a lot of things for the long winter. Because in the winter, under the snow, you couldn't have fresh products. So they have to prepare them. Maybe like this, in a salt water. Yeah, in such a big land do live a lot of people. They are about 142 million. Yeah, and they are, you can see it on the picture, I think, they are a lot of nations because the people on the pictures are wearing different clothes. They are more than 160 nations living in Russia. Mostly they are Russians, of course. about 111 million Russians. The second large group are Tatarian people, and the third, the Ukrainian people. And then I made a little research and find out that about 4,000 people are Hindi living in Russia. And here we see a few animals. The tiger, you all know, I think. The big brown bear we met in our fairy tale. A cousin from the big brown bear, the white bear, is living behind the polar circle. And in the south, in the Black Sea, you even could meet dolphins. Yes, in the south it is really warm. Yeah, there are a lot of more animals living in Russia, but I think that is a few of them. Oh, it could be a most famous craft that a lot of people know from Russia. A few of them I will show you after this presentation. I have here a few, but this is a samovar, a water cooker. And it begins with such daily models, but now it is more a craft and people made them really, really fine and make a craft of it. Oh, what yet? All the pictures are together. It is a little show how many fairy tales the Russians have. We will try, it was planned somewhere else, but we will try to see it all. There, the fox with the colobok. And the witch, the evil witch Baba Yaga. The family of bears. Papa bear, Mama bear, and a little baby bear. Ah, the beauty princess, of course. 3 little piglets with a wolf. And a strong hero on his big, strong owl. And here, the colobok again, with all of his animals. And now we are in the end of our presentation. Bakul. Welcome. Welcome to Bakul Foundation. And Sujit, what do you mean? How do you find it? Were a few new things for you, or did you know all of these things about Russia?
No. I mean, a lot of it was wonderful. And it was interesting having all the characters together.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Such a lovely sharing. Let's see, children, now time for you to ask your questions. Okay. Satya Shubha is asking, what is your favorite dress? Maybe you can begin by telling a little about what you're wearing.
I
And
would
then
try
you
to
can
stand
talk about
up, that maybe you can see it better. Give me a moment, please.
it. Yeah.
So, on my head you see a traditional headdress with pearls and with fine made. Then a white blouse, and this dress, it's going like this down till the ground. But of course, nobody is wearing such a complicated dress on the everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite dress is it depends on what I have to do. Sometimes I wear jeans, of course. It's the easy way to go out. But when I go to a party and to a feast, so I like to have a dress on me because it's something different and make me feel different. Yeah, so it depends on what I have to do.
Okay. So let's see. Satyashubha again is asking, what is your favorite color?
Oh, Satu, Satu Super. You have difficult questions, really. My difficult color. My difficult color. My favorite color.
Mhm,
It depends to the time of the year because I love the white of the snow and I
mhm,
love the green of the spring and the blue of the sky. I think, and the summer. Oh, I think I love all colors. I think I love the rainbow. Yeah, the rainbow. It had all colors in it, and I think the rainbow is my favorite color. Yeah,
That seems to have been a popular question. Ayushman, Durga, all of
yeah,
them asking, what is your favorite color?
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Swati is asking about your favorite story. Which is your favorite story?
A favorite story. As I was a child, I loved the fairy tale about Cachet the Deathless. He was, yeah, his death was not in his body, his death was hidden in the nail, and this nail was hidden in the egg, and the egg was hidden in a bird, and the bird was hidden in a rabbit, and rabbit was hidden in a big wooden box. And this big wooden box was hidden in the big old oak tree. And the hero from this story needs the help from a lot of animals to got the needle in the hand, and then he broke the needle, and the Kashi, the deathless, was death, and the hero could marry his princess. Oh, I loved this story so much because of all these difficulties and all these animals, and of course, the happy end.
You have to share this story with me.
Oh, yeah.
Or you tell me, give me a little, whatever, little, just write down the summary and I'll
Yeah,
look for it.
I will do it.
Thank you. So Durga wants to know about your favorite song, all favorite questions. Maybe you have to sing it a bit.
Oh, no, no, better not.
No, 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 no. We can, I'm sure. A little, little, little.
A little. Hmm. Вместе весело шагать по просторам, по просторам, по просторам. И вместе весело шагать по просторам, лам-тарам, тарадам. It means together we have more fun and together we are more strong.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Swati, your question about favorite story has already been asked. If you guys want to ask any question which is not about favorite, then do ask, because I am now bored of your
Oh,
favorite question. Favorite this, favorite that, favorite this, favorite that.
maybe
Ask
it could
something
help.
new.
Maybe it could help. Oh, I have difficulties with my costume today. I brought with me a few things that I want to show you. It is a craft. It is a plate from wood, from what you can eat. And I have something where you can drink from. And then maybe a lot of you heard about the favorite doll in Russia. It calls Matryoshka. Could you see it good? Inside is the next doll. And inside of it is the next one. And inside of it is one more. And magic. Another one. And we will see. It gets open. We have one more. And oh, what's that? One more. Did you people it is even one more. One more. Oh, give me a moment. Did you people count it? How many Matryoshkas I had in this one hidden? I have to look for myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Did you count it? I have 8 little dolls hidden in the big one. And it is, I think, the famous thing from Russia that everywhere in the world is known. So, do you have more questions now?
That was very interesting. In fact, when you were telling about your favorite story, I was thinking about the Matryoshka dolls, like it hid inside this. It was like the doll, like the famous Russian dolls.
Hmm.
Okay. Dilip is asking about your hobby.
My hobby. My hobby is cooking. My hobby is baking. My hobby is eating. I like to
Ah,
eat. Oh. And my hobby is storytelling, of course. Look, today is first time I'm telling in English. So I thank you for it, for this possibility. And now I'm actually telling stories in 3 languages, in Russian, in German, and in English too. So it is a big and very, very, I think it is my favorite. Yeah, it is my favorite hobby, storytelling.
okay. Now that you love cooking as well,
Mhm.
there are many questions about your favorite food. Ayushman is asking, Durga is asking, who else? Yeah. And then Purvi is asking about your favorite sweet. So, favorite food and favorite sweet.
That is easy one because pancakes. Pancakes
Ah,
is my favorite food. And the Russians not do it for sweet. The Russians make a pancake and then they put on it
mhm.
fried minced meat and put it together. And so you have a dish with meat. Or they make a pancake and put on it fried mushrooms and rolled it together. So you have a dish with mushrooms. And then, if you wanted a dessert, you could have sugar or ahorn syrup or cooked condensed milk. It is so sweet. And if you put it on your pancake, mm, I think I'm hungry now. Now I have to cook pancakes for me own.
Hmm. Okay. What we'll do, children, I think we have had enough questions. We will listen to a little story by one of you, a child from St. Xavier's High School, Patia. Now, this was one of the videos that was selected by the school and sent to us. So let us listen to her. And Katharina, it would be nice for the little girl, to get some feedback from you, right? Okay, let us listen to her.
Bananas? Mmm, yummy, squishy, mushy bananas. Hello everyone, I'm Sriti Shwamshi from Standard 6 St. Xavier High School, Nabagunjara. Today I'm going to tell a very interesting story of from Buckle Foundation. Do you know that Buckle Foundation has started a new program? Storytelling time at night, 9 p.m. every Saturday. What a perfect time! You can finish your homework and dinner and sit to watch Buckle Foundation. My story has been narrated by Nupur Agarwal, one of the best storytellers of India. In the far village of Tamil Nadu, there lived a farmer named Shringeri Srinivas. One day he decided to grow a lot of bananas in his field. He worked hard day and night to grow these bananas. Then, after some days, he had a bumper crop of bananas. He looked his right, left, behind him, front. He had a lot of bananas. He was very happy at the moment, but he was little sad too. He thought what he would do with all those bananas, if they got rotten, his all hard work will be wasted. Then he started approaching his friends, family, relatives to eat the yummy bananas. But after eating some, they were all like, Shingeri, we can't eat more bananas. Even his cows and buffaloes ran when they saw those bananas. The traders refused to sell those bananas. Poor Shringeri has a sleepless night. Then suddenly, a brilliant idea flew into his mind. He had heard about near a farmer's market nearby town. So so the next day he loaded all the bananas in his cart and went for the nearby town. After 2 days, when he came back to the villagers were all shocked. The cart was empty. The villagers had one question that Shringeri, what did you do with all those bananas? But Shringeri was not told to anyone. He kept quiet and kept it as a secret. Then he again went to grow a lot of bananas in his field, and again he added bumper crops of bananas. But this time he not approached his friends, not even his family, not even the traders, not even the relatives. He loaded all his bananas in the and kept it as a secret. Then he again went to grow a lot of bananas in his field, and again he added bumper crops of bananas. But this time he not approached his friends, not even his family, not even the traders, not even the relatives. He loaded all his bananas in the cart and went to the nearby town. And again when he come after 2 days, his cart was empty. The villagers again asked, Shringeri, what did you do with all those bananas? But Shringeri not told his secret to anyone. After some days, Sringeri's friend Ramamurthy has arranged a big puja in his house. The priest asked for 108 bananas as offering to the god. Ramamurthy not think a lot. He went to Sringeri and told, Sringeri, I want 108 bananas for offering to the god. Can you please give me? Sringeri tapped his chin and told, well, my all crops has been harvested. Sringeri, I am very sorry for refusing your bananas. Well, you go home. I am thinking, what can I do? The next day, the puja started. The whole village came to see the puja. The priest started chanting the mantra, Om Namah Swaha. It was time to offer 108 bananas to the god. Sringeri came with a very big bag holding in his hand. He emptied the bag in the front of the priest. It was more bananas. What was it? It was some mashed bananas packed in banana leaves, finely and written high quality bananas, SS Farms. The whole village was silent. They knew now what was Sringeri's secret. The silent one child laughed. And soon the whole village laughed and clapped for Sringeri. The moral of the story is we can solve any problem by thinking out of the box. I have a question for you. That if Sringeri packed 4 mashed bananas in one packet, how many packets did he give to the priest? Think. We will meet again at Bakul Foundation Bakul Foundation live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you.
Now, wasn't
Wow.
that lovely?
Wow,
Thank
I
you
am
so much.
impressed. It was so good. The girl is so impressive. She touched my heart and my soul with his story. Oh, she is a big storyteller. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Very, very
And
good.
I think the
Thank
voice
you.
modulation, the expressions, they were all beautiful.
Yeah, it was like a dream. It is a fantastical storyteller. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Hmm.
Thank you so much. So before we end, it's already 1 hour now, Katharina. Anything you would want to tell the children? Now, remember, children, we'll be back next Saturday when we travel to another country with another wonderful storyteller and discover another culture. And next Saturday happens to be Christmas, as I mentioned. You can come to the Bakul Library in Satyanagar. I think some of you were asking, this is in Satyanagar, Bhubaneswar, behind the church. Okay, you can come and check out the Christmas tree made from books. Okay, now before we say goodbye, Katharina, anything you would want to tell the children?
Yes. До свидания. До скорой встречи. So, goodbye, you lovely. I thank you very much, and I hope we'll see you sometimes in a real life. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
In fact, there's a Hindi film, I think, called Dos Vidania.
Yes.
Till we
Yes. До
meet again.
свидания.
Till we meet again. Right. So thank you, children. Bye bye. Have a
Thank
great
you.
time. Stay safe and see you next Saturday.